Hello sports fans, I'm Harry and welcome to Harry's Stuff and Such. It's been a couple of years since I've uploaded a video to YouTube. I think the last one I uploaded was probably a walkthrough of Outer Worlds game I was playing at the time. But several things have happened to cause that hiatus from YouTube. So, but anyways, I'm back today and I wanted to upload what I plan to do today. And what I'm planning on doing in this video is changing the extruder on my Ender 3. I'm going to replace the stock extruder with a SeeMeCNC EZR extruder. And main reason I wanted to do that was I think it will aid in printing flexible filaments better. Okay, here's my Ender 3. It's sitting over here beside my Prusa, my Anycubic Huron. Also, there's my Anycubic Predator. It's a little under the weather. Something happened during our move. The hotbed won't heat, and so I'm working on it to figure out what the problem is with it. There's my old MP, the small Delta, monoprice mini Delta. And there's my G-Tech. Anyways, I'm trying to get this place organized, but trying to get all my printers back up, working. Everything's working on most of these other printers, but like I said, I wanted to update my Ender 3. It's been a while since I've done anything with it. And so I'm going to be updating it, as I said, with the SeeMeCNC EZR extruder. And it comes in a small pack. In fact, I've probably had this for 2 years. I'm just now getting to it because of all the other issues I mentioned in the process of moving and so forth and so on. Anyways, let's get started with that. Before we can install the EZR extruder, I've got to remove the old factory extruder. I had a knob to extrude filament, so I got to remove that. Then you've got 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3 that you have to remove. And after you remove these 3, there's a 4th one underneath here. So 1, 2, 3. There's the 4th one. Be sure and support the motor from the bottom so it doesn't fall. Also, you might want to unplug it. And there we go. Now the motor is free. The other thing I got to do is pull out my Capricorn tubing. And there we go. Okay, the old one is removed. Now it's time to install the new one. Alright, so when you get your EZR, you get basically 2 packs. There's the top and bottom of the extruder, your mounting material. The top and bottom are held in place by a zip tie, so you're going to have to remove that zip tie. Alright, so it should fit, just to line it up with the 4 original holes. You may have I have a filament guide that I printed to keep the filament from interfering with the Z-rod. If you have something here that gets in your way, this is flat and there's a little tab here, but you can file that down if you need to. In my case, I don't need to do that. So now that everything is installed, the next thing I need to do is to calibrate my steppers for the steps for my extruder, the new extruder. So I'll do that. You'll also notice that I've got a lot of leftover hardware. That's just because they supply you with plenty of that. So it's not like when I used to work on my car and had things left over and it's like, I wonder where that goes. But anyways, these are just extras. Don't worry about them. As you can see, I have my EZR extruder from SeeMeCNC installed on my Ender 3 at the moment, and I'm printing with some Ninja Flex flexible filament. And you can see that it's printing quite well. It doesn't seem to be having any problems. And one of the first things I printed with this new extruder and flexible filament was this 3D Vinci. Well, actually that's the second thing I printed. The first thing I printed was this 3D Vinci. And as you can see, it did not turn out quite right. I had gone upstairs to go back to eat, and this is what I came back down to on the print bed, so I decided, I think I need to do something different. And one of the things I did was I upped the print temperature from 225C to 235C. The other thing that I did differently from PLA print was I turned off retractions. And I also slowed the print speed down to 20 millimeters a second as opposed to 45 that I did for this regular PLA print. But as you can see, I didn't have any, not having any issues at the moment. I also have printed these flexible feet that I plan to mount on the bottom of my printer just to get it a little lift off the ground, also a little shock isolation as well. Now besides the EZR extruder, I also installed a new hot end. I didn't show that, but the original hot end was clogging a lot, and I was getting tired of it, and so I decided to put in a Swiss Micro all-metal hot end. Now I didn't show that installation, but the Swiss Micro is pretty much a plug-and-play drop-in, and their website has how to install it, so you can go there. It's a very simple upgrade. The combination of these two is printing great with flexible filament. Well, there you have it. I've installed my EZR extruder from SeeMeCNC, as well as the Swiss Micro all hot end, which I didn't show that installation just because of the time. And it's printing with Ninja Flex flexible filament at the moment, and that was my goal, and I'm having no problems doing that currently. As with everything that's on YouTube, at least for me, this is just an instructional, informational. You do this at your own risk if you decide that, hey, I like to do that, but don't blame me because it ain't my fault if it don't work, because as I said, this is informational and entertainment purposes only. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give me a thumbs down. That's okay. Maybe tell me what's going on, what's wrong. I know there's a lot of stuff wrong here, but this is just for the fun of it. So, hey. And if you like, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Leave me a comment as well. And anyways, you guys take care, and I'll catch you on the backside.